I'm being absolutely blinded, but welcome to a day in the life of a case manager. I was thinking that I would introduce the video while walking into work like I always do, but I actually got a really good parking spot, so my long trek that I usually have and where I usually talk to you guys is not going to need to happen. So again, welcome. My name is Bree if you're new here. I'm an RN case manager. I work in the hospital, and I figured that we would do a day in the life of a case manager today. So I just got here. My day starts at 8:30 and it ends at 5. I am salaried, so if I'm able to get off a little early or go in a little late, I can. And today here I'm on time. It's Friday. I don't know that I would be able to get out any early today, but if I can, then I will. I have a fun weekend planned, so I would love to start that early. But welcome to the video, and I will go up and sign into my patients and start my day, and I will bring you along with me. Let's lock the car. Yeah, so my walk is not going to be far at all. And like I said, I will go in, sign into my patients. I will highlight, actually, we'll print the census for the entire floor because, fun fact, the nursing reviews, the insurance reviews that I've talked about before that I do, social workers don't do that. I work with a social worker. So even for her patients, I need to do the insurance reviews, and I will print the census for the whole floor, highlight my patients, look through their charts, see what I have to do. Everyone needs an assessment, so if my coworker in the ED did not do it, then I will do an assessment. Everyone needs their care plan done, so I will write if they need their care plan. I will write anyone on the floor that needs their review done, and then I will do as much as I can in order to get ready, just knowledge-wise, find out as much as I can about the patients before we have rounds at 9. We have rounds with the doctors and the nurses, so I like to have as much information about my patients at that point, as much information about my patients at that point as I can. Little tour of my office. That's where I sit. That's where my coworker sits. That's where anyone else who comes and wants to chat or talk or just document sits. And our cabinets, sink. Hi everyone, I'm pumping. It's about 11:30, so I am running a little bit late, but that's okay. Wanted to give you an update now that I can on what I was able to get done this morning. I got in and printed the census for the whole floor. I signed into my patients, and then did as much information digging as I could until we had our rounds. I did identify anyone on the floor who needed insurance reviews done. So far I've gotten all my insurance reviews done. If you're new here, that is when I collect medical information from the chart and send it to the insurance companies in an attempt to get the hospital paid and cover the patient's hospital stay. We then had our 9 o'clock rounds with the doctors and nurses, and I was able to identify any patients that needed to be priority because they were being discharged today. So I was able to work on about 2-3 patients this morning in between the insurance reviews and make sure that they had everything that they needed in order to be discharged today. Some people don't need anything, and then some people need a lot. Like, for example, we're setting up home health care. If anyone needs an in-home nurse or physical therapy or occupational therapy, we're setting up any kind of equipment that the patient would need at home, such as like walkers, wheelchairs, nebulizers, things like that. We make sure that they have a ride home. We make sure that they have somewhere to live, people to support them. They drive, someone else drives, so they can get to doctor's appointments, pick up their medications. So I did that for about 2 or 3 patients this morning. I'm gonna finish pumping, and then I'll have probably about 20-25 minutes or so before then it's lunchtime. So I'll go to lunch with my coworkers, take a little break, and then when I come back, I will prioritize patients that still could potentially be discharged today, or maybe even people who would potentially be discharged this weekend. So I will pick you back up after lunch, and we will do some more work, some more discharge planning, and I will show you as much as I can. All right, see you then. Bye. Hey everyone, I'm gonna pump here for the second time. It is about 4 o'clock. Wanted to give you an update on how my day has been going. I went to lunch shortly after I had seen you guys last, and after I pumped and saw some patients. And ever since I got back, it's been discharge planning. I was able to do some discharge planning for a couple more patients that were leaving today, a couple patients that will probably be leaving tomorrow, and then I did do some discharge planning for a couple patients that will probably be discharging early next week, if not on Monday. And a lot of those need rehab. I know I talked about like home health, equipment, but then the other part of what we do is set up people to go to rehab. So this is for like physical rehab. Usually they need some continued physical therapy, occupational therapy before they're able to go home. So we send referrals to the rehab facilities. We get them accepted. We discuss with them where they want to go, and we get their insurance authorization if that is needed. So a lot of people's insurances need them to approve before they're able to go. So a lot of people sit around, especially on a Friday, waiting for that insurance authorization, or potentially waiting for a bed to be available at the facility. You can't really start the insurance authorization until you have the bed. You have to tell the insurance where the person is going before they ultimately approve. So that's what I've been working on. I'm gonna pump. Now that I pump at like 4 o'clock, the end of my day goes by pretty quickly because I'll pump for about 15 minutes or so, after I end up washing everything, it's usually only about 30 minutes or less until I do end up leaving. So it's Friday, the day is almost over, and the weekend is here. So I will definitely come on here and give you guys an update and just kind of close out the vlog. At the end of the day, I'll let you know what time I end up leaving, and I will catch you then. Bye. Okay guys, the workday is done and I am in my car and I am getting out on time. It was a pretty good rest of the day. I was able to actually get one of my patients to a rehab today versus next week. I also helped a patient get arranged to go home early next week with IV antibiotics. So he'll need like home care and supplies for his IV antibiotics. So that's another thing that we do. And I am pretty well set up for my patients to discharge early next week. And then I did discharge a good bit today. So I will have like a whole new half of the caseload on Monday. And we will do it all over again. Next week I do have off on Thursday because I do work the weekend. It's my weekend again. So I hope you guys enjoyed this day in the life as a case manager, and please consider subscribing if you are interested in any kind of work motivation videos, learning more about nursing, case management. I also post cleaning and lifestyle videos as a girl who is in her 30s with 2 kids. I'm a pumping mom. So please consider subscribing if any of this is interesting to you, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.